Welcome to Indu's International Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you a very easy recipe for a healthy breakfast bar. It consists of oats and nuts and dried fruits and also coconut. So the most important part here is to actually and chop the nuts, measure them and have them ready. So here what I have are half a cup of chopped almonds. See, I just cut them into small pieces. Then I have 1/4 cup of cashew nut pieces, and these you can just cut them into half or even smaller. And then I have a pistachio nuts, again 1/4 cup of pistachio nuts, again chop them into small pieces. Then I have 1/4 cup of raisins, 1/4 cup of dried cranberries, and 1/4 cup of roasted unsalted peanuts. Then we also need 1/4 cup of chocolate chips and half a cup of shredded unsweetened coconut. In addition, what we need here, the dry ingredients, we have 1 cup of quick cooking oats, half a cup of whole wheat flour, 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, and half a cup of brown sugar. First, we'll start off by preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and then you take a tray. I have here about a 6 to 9 inch rectangular tray, or you could use a square 8-inch tray as well. I lined it with aluminum foil and I'm just brushing it with butter, or you could use oil. What you're going to do is take a large mixing bowl. Here I have a glass mixing bowl, and you need to add about 1/4 cup of butter. So here I have half a stick or 1/4 cup of butter, and I'm just going to microwave this to melt it. Okay, so here I've melted the butter. I just microwaved it. To that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of orange juice. I've already measured that, so that's 2 tablespoons of orange juice. Next we need to add honey. You need actually 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of honey, but I am going to use a mix of honey and agave nectar here that I have. I'm going to do 1/4 cup of honey. So this recipe is all about measurements, so make sure you have your measuring spoons and cups ready. So I have 1/4 cup, and now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of agave. So that's 1. That's 2. Next we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So that's your vanilla extract. Now once you have all the wet ingredients in here, I'm just going to roughly mix the oats, the whole wheat flour, brown sugar, and the sesame seeds, and I also have a pinch of salt. So I'm just going to lightly mix them first. Okay, and then we already have all the nuts and the raisins and the coconut, chocolate chip, everything ready. So next all we need to do is just mix everything together. So to the butter mixture, now I'm just going to add the flour and oats and the brown sugar mix first. Then one by one just add all the nuts and the raisins in it. Now I have kept the dried cranberries as it is, but if you want, you could also chop them into smaller pieces. Finally, the chocolate chip and the coconut. It's really a very easy recipe. All you need to do is just mix everything together. Just try and mix everything well. Remember that you have the honey and the butter mixture on the bottom, so that's what you're trying to do, to make sure that everything is well coated with that butter and honey mixture. So here, as you can see, everything is well coated. You don't see anything dry. And now what you need to do is you have your prepared pan lined with aluminum foil. So or you just dump the whole thing onto the tray. Make sure you get everything out from the bowl, and now just spread them. Use the spoon. Spread the mixture. Now because I have a slightly bigger pan here, I have a rectangular pan, you know what I'm going to do, and depending upon what kind of bar sizes you want, I want them to be slightly thick, at least ½ inch thick. So I'm spreading them so that they are in this square. So then that way I get thick bars. Okay, so once you put the mixture on the tray, what you do is you can use wax paper or butter paper and on top, and then use your hands to kind of press this down, you know, because you want to get bars, right? So you just press it so that it kind of gets, you know, set well within the pan. So I've finished pressing it, and as you can see, this is nicely set now, and I'm going to put this in the oven and bake at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. Okay, so this has been baking for 20 minutes. Now as you can see, it is still a little soft. Don't worry though, you just let it cool for about ½ an hour or so. Just keep it you know, outside at room temperature. Let it cool, and after that we are going to keep it in the refrigerator for about 1 hour. Okay, so the bar has been cooling for about 1 hour in the fridge, and now what I'm going to do is, you know, try to cut it. So lift it out of the pan, put it on either the counter or put it on a cutting board. You can use a pizza cutter or a knife and dip it in hot water, and then you can make cuts on the bar. So be careful, but you know, pizza cutter is good, or you can just use a large sharp knife. Make the cuts, you know, to the size that you want. I usually like to do about 2 by 1 inch kind of rectangle, so I get about 15 bars with one batch. So I finished cutting it, so you can see I have about 15 bars. Hold it gently. There's your bar.